Kamen Rider Zeztz vs. BoonBlue, Battle of 007. Starting the story in his bedroom at night, Bakuage feels like he's becoming a better spy agent to defeat the nightmares, but feels like someone's going to surpass him. However, he wipes that away due to being impossible before he goes to sleep. He then wakes up at Zezd's room where Zero informs Baku that a nightmare has invaded the dreamer, revealing to be a teenage girl who has a nightmare of seeing animals all alike get killed by gunshots. Baku, getting into his agent persona to be like James Bond, knows what to do and was about to head out to stop him. However, Zero stops Baku to tell him that he will be tag along with someone, revealing to be Ishiro BoonBlue, from the Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger, as Bundorio Bungeras. Boonboom also appears to have tea and curry with Zero, who thanks him and Ishiro for coming to the dream. Ishiro hears about Baku as Kamen Rider Zeztz from Boonboom, who visits Zero in his dream, and both agree to have Baku and Ishiro face off to see who becomes a better spy, as Ishiro accepts this and calls Baku a nerd due to being a fanboy to spy movies. Although says Baku may act serious as a spy, but it's gotta take more than that to surpass Ishiro. This makes Baku a bit jealous and agrees to take him on, as Zero and Boonboom explain that whoever finds the mind door and defeats the nightmare gets to become the GOAT spy, the winner of the challenge. The spies then leave from the garage door that leads them to the wilderness, taking on the mission of prevent the Huntsman. Ishiro sees a cabin far away, meaning that the girl's mind door is there, until Baku tells him that there's another cabin also far away that could mean the real mind door is there. Ishiro says that the cabin the blue saw is the right one, making Baku even more jealous. Although anxious, that Ishiro's acting more like a better spy than he is, finding out that his thoughts of someone surpassing him have quickly come to his reality, as Baku tells him that the former's chosen cabin with the real mind door is the right one. However, Ishiro have just left heading to the cabin he chooses, leaving Baku frustrated as he quickly heads to his chosen cabin to find the mind door. Meanwhile, a gunshot was heard as it shot a deer, revealing to be a ritual gun nightmare called Huntsman Nightmare, who was about to refill his rifle to shoot another deer. However, he was swatted away when Baku kicked him from behind to stop him from ruining the girl's dream, making the nightmare angered that he got shot first before Baku kicked him. This results in Baku to be confused as Ishiro appears from the tree and reveals he shot the nightmare from his Boonboom Handle Gun-Mode first before Baku did, making the latter more frustrated that Ishiro is going to win this GOAT spy challenge, as code number 7 quickly transforms into Zeztz to defeat the monster. However, Ishiro also joins in as BoonBlue to shot the nightmare faster from his weapon, making Zeztz angry as he transforms into Technolom Stream to create a tornado that sends BoonBlue away, allowing him to attack the nightmare from his Breakam Zeztz in sword mode. However, Huntsman Nightmare quickly shot Zeztz in the chest, making him to transform, injured and collapse to the ground, as the former walks up to him and aims his rifle at Baku's face to get killed by the hunter, leaving the rider hopeless that he have failed this mission, as the huntsman pulls the trigger to shoot him. However, was interrupted when BoonBlue pushes him away from Baku at the speed of light as the Blue Ranger summons the Boonboom Kikosha to get him healed up as the former's dream, taking him to the forest before transforming back into Ishiro, who scolds Baku for his recklessness. However, Baku knows that and apologizes that he was indeed reckless because he thinks that Ishiro's planning to replace him as the best spy, and when Baku got hit by the nightmare made him realize that. Baku then concludes that it's just a game from Zero and Boonboom and that instead of becoming rivals they should become friends, making Ishiro agree that Baku should have known that before the attack. With Baku all patched up, he and Ishiro confront the Huntsman Nightmare, who appeared to shoot multiple gunshots at the birds around the forest the two are at. The two transform together and perform their roll calls, as Zeztz is, I am Code's invincible agent, code number 7, Kamen Rider Zeztz. The two then attack the Huntsman Nightmare together, before BoonBlue uses the champion changer to summon a white jacket, becoming BoonBlue 007. Zeztz is amazed that he's becoming more like James Bond, and is not jealous of this as he transforms into his stream form and turns his Zeztzer in gun mode to attack the nightmare together with Blue in 2-player co-op. Wounding the nightmare allows Zeztz and BoonBlue to finish him in a gun barrel sequence. with the nightmare's pop, resulting in the nightmare to get destroyed, turning into a purple butterfly, saving the girl's dream. Zeztz and BoonBlue then shake hands as a result of their combined teamwork. They return to Zezd's room for Zero and Boonboom to pull out the results of who is the winner of the spy challenge. Despite Baku and Aishiro don't care who wins. However, the two reveal that becoming rivals to friends was part of the challenge and that Baku did understand his actions, congratulating Baku for this, much to his surprise that was unexpected and supposed to be Aishiro due to his better spy skills, as Baku realizes that feelings are the main goal for this challenge. After Aishiro congratulates Baku and not calling him a nerd anymore, the latter has forgotten about revealing the real mind door together during the conversation at the forest, as Baku reveals that the mind door was not in the cabin, but it was actually in a tent. There is a small mind door toy that is hard for Baku to see the keyhole, as he instead hears the girl's dream of making friends with the wildlife animals until a gunshot was heard killing one of the animals. Aishiro reveals that he found no door in his chosen cabin. What he found there was a lot of birds who pooped on his head. This causes laughs from Zero and Boonboom, who serve the two spies tea and curry to celebrate this victory. Before that, Aishiro tells Baku that the latter's becoming a better spy as the former thought to be impossible, as Baku says that becoming better comes from training and learning, but also experiencing the moves from movies.